Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid to late July 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Libra collective out there. I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Let's go. My guides, talk to me. What's up, my Libra friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you could lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock. What do we got for the Libras in mid to late July as the year moves on, my guides? Okay, interesting. So talking about the passage of time, we have another card that can represent that. This is a very sleepy, etheric type of card as well. So interesting energies we have here up front. Very layered and nuanced, and it's subtle that we got going on here. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the July subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading, let's talk about it. So we see this very interesting imagery. We have this woman, it looks like she is in some sort of meditative or yoga type of pose. We have the clock up there. Whenever I see time, whenever I see clocks, it does talk about the passage of time. Could be waiting, could be time moving fast, who knows? All those things could be present, but the etheric realm showing up, it could be very thought-based. You might have a lot on your mind. This could be spirit telling us that, hey, your imagination could pay off in some sort of big way. So any connections to your imagination or spirituality could be very abundant for a lot of Libras in this time. However, the clock, that always takes up a big portion of my thought process when I see these cards. You might be in a waiting pattern for something. You might be waiting to talk to someone, a result, an event of some sort. For a portion of you, you might feel like the days are moving super fast. Like, oh, it's already mid-July. We just got into 2023. The year's more than halfway over. So I do feel like time is relative to the individual. So interesting, whatever situations you're going through might be connected to time, but there's also this beautiful connection to spirit and the imagination. Let's get into tarot. I mean, I feel like I could talk for another 5 minutes on that card if I wanted to, but yeah, we're going to get you tarot cards now. I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. But yeah, let's get you these cards. Shuffle it up here for the Libras. And while we do, I would just like to let everyone know we're getting to a very big milestone in this community. We're about to reach 100,000. I never thought I'd see the day, my friends. So I just wanted to let everyone know I'll be putting up a poll after this week's readings to see different ways that we could possibly celebrate that together. Because I'm not big on celebrating the milestones, but it is a big one. I think it deserves it. But yeah, enough about me. Let's keep talking about you. Last week's reading, while we get the cards ready, it was a tough one. It was titled A Hard Ending. There was 10 of Swords energy. I think the Devil energy was present as well. So if you haven't been going through tough times, maybe things could have resurfaced in the past week. So we're going to see what we got for you this week. We're going to hope it gets better. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're connected to. Let's get it going here. What do we got for Libra? All right, Queen of Swords, your energy. So we are starting with your energy. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. I like it. It's stern. It's no nonsense, no BS. Let's get two more. That's going to be a very interesting card as we press forward through this reading, that's for sure. Chariot, okay? This is showing up for other air signs as well. Action, movement. Might be planning something big here. Let's get one more. That might be something big coming in for the Libras. Eight of Swords, a little nervous, a little on edge, a little stressed when we have the Eight of Swords on the back end. So yeah, just like that Oracle card, I feel like this reading is going to be super nuanced. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. Now, at first look, first glance, obviously I noticed that we have two air element cards. Libra is an air sign, so this is an element that you're not too unfamiliar with. And we have this very powerful, fast-moving major arcana. So this is going to be interesting, whether it's separate things and situations or one. It's going to be a very nuanced type of reading. But let's start with this Queen of Swords in position number one. Like I said, it could represent you or any other air sign. So we're talking Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It could represent older feminine figures in our lives as well. The Queen of Swords is no BS. straightforward. That's the thing I love about this energy, is it's shrewd, it's mental, it sees things for what they are, it's honest. So when we see her, we think of somebody cutting through the fluff, cutting through the BS. Sometimes she shows up when there's serious things afoot, whether it's conversations, situations, what have you. The Queen of Swords, the rougher side of this, it could represent somebody who's being a little cold, emotionally cold, not caring. So we're going to have to see what's up with her. In my simplistic style of reading, since you are an air sign, this Queen of Swords could just tell us something that's coming towards you or a way you might be feeling in this time. So moving to the center, we have the Chariot. That represents the zodiac sign of Cancer. The time that we are filming currently is Cancer season. We're towards the back end. So if you're not linked to a Cancerian, once again, my simplistic style, it could tell us something that's coming towards you. The Chariot is all about forward movement, forward momentum, forward action. I see this with situations involving distance. This card comes up involving travel and just getting something moving. We think of people taking action with this card. It's very fast and extremely powerful as well. I always say with the Chariot, it should be treated cautiously sometimes, because the Chariot, just like a sword, is an instrument of war. So sometimes it does show up during conflict. It all depends on what the clarifiers are, but it's somebody moving forward. And notice that this Queen of Swords is watching it. That's one thing that's like really picking up to me right now, is like the Queen of Swords is watching this Chariot unfold. Now moving to the very back end, we have the Eight of Swords. It doesn't look super nice in its imagery. You see this person, they're bound up by ropes and they're surrounded by the swords. The good thing about this energy is that it's fleeting. This will sometimes show up if you're feeling cabin fever, if you're feeling trapped, if you're feeling cornered in some sort of way. This is a card that shows up when someone's feeling stressed, nervous, anxious. That's a big thing here. But the beautiful thing about it is that it can be worked through. There could be a freeing aspect connected to this card as well. So the clarifier for it is going to be super important, especially as we look at the layout of these cards, the Queen into the Chariot, into the action, into this. So there might be some sort of sense of freedom coming in for a lot of Libras. But if not, there might be someone doing a little bit of overthinking. This is one of the cards of feeling imprisoned in some sort of way as well, whether it's imprisoned by your surroundings, imprisoned by somebody's behaviors. It really is like dependent on whatever you're possibly going through. So a lot of air, a lot of thought. So maybe there is somebody that's a little scatterbrained right now, but I really want to dive deeper on all this, Libra. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, we're gonna get a good shuffle here, my friends. Let's see what's up for the Libras, please, guys. Yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation. I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on that Queen of Swords here, see what she's about. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. And I always like when people chip in and tell me what they think of the messages on the bottom. You're always welcome to do that. I don't mind at all. But yeah, let's go in on that Queen of Swords. Yeah, for some reason, like, she really caught my attention there while I was giving my little spiel. Let's go in on her. What's the Queen of Swords doing here? It's probably her saying, enough yapping. Get this going, Kyle. Yeah, the talking. We have the Page of Cups underneath this Queen of Swords. Yeah, for some of you, this could be a whole variety and host of different things. So I'm just going to go through the list because it's already streaming through my consciousness. For some of you, you might need to have some sort of serious conversation or serious talk with somebody. Okay, whether it's a serious topic or whether you're setting ground rules or whatever it might be, there is a little seriousness to it. The Page of Cups is all about letting one's emotions out. Another vibe I'm picking up here with this Page and this Queen, there might be somebody who's a little shy or a little bashful. Whether you are wanting to talk to someone you're a little bashful, or vice versa, there could be someone that's shy to talk to you about something as well. But the Page is all about communication to me, like letting one know how they feel. So underneath this Queen, whether it's an honest talk, a serious one, or an important one, like those are the main vibes I'm picking up. Telling it straight. No fluff, no BS. So I feel for a lot of Libras in this time, Libras are generally known as the peacemakers, generally. I do know, since I say it all the time, I'm linked to many different Libras in my life. I'm very lucky for that. That if you push a Libra so far, you're going to get the Queen of Swords. Hopefully that's not the case here. But I feel like Libras in this time, you might be a little more straightforward and less diplomatic than you usually are. That's a vibe I'm picking up here. Like, you're just going to let it rip. So do with that what you will. I mean, maybe this is romantic possibly as well. The Page of Cups can be indicative of a crush. Maybe there's someone who has a little crush on you. Let's keep moving over to the Chariot. There is something surrounding communication here for you, Libra. So let's see what's up with that. Chariot. Really want to get over to the Eight of Swords too. Super interesting reading this week, my friends. Okay, I shuffled once and the card popped out. We're taking it. Wow. Something huge is coming in, my friends. We have the Empress. That vibes so good with Libra energy. The Empress is Venus energy. What rules Libra? Venus. All the beautiful, luscious abundance, feeling good, looking good, smelling good, thinking good, all the blessings. We love this Empress energy here. It could be indicative of mother figures. When I see her, I think of blessings. So when I see the Chariot and this Empress connected together, to me, this is something massive coming in for a lot of Libras. Could be a blessing, win, or victory of some sort, but something good is coming towards you. Okay, someone or something that you may have been wanting for a long time is coming in. Really, really nice here. I always get happy whenever the Empress in the upright shows up, for sure. But this is just giving me good vibes. Maybe if you do have a communication with somebody, you get what you're asking for. That's a big thing, right? If you're communicating your needs or your wants or what you want to do, maybe that communication goes a long way in getting you somewhere prosperous. Remember, she is also a card of mother figures as well. So there could be some sort of connection to a mother figure showing up here. But I love this, especially since it's a card that could represent Taurus or Libra, in my opinion. We're going to keep moving. It just feels like something big and positive. So this is like a complete opposite energy than what we were seeing last week. Whereas last week, we were seeing like endings and possible rough things from the past coming up. Now it's like, okay, let's move on. Let's move into the future. Let the good things come in. And it is coming in magnetically. Let's go in on that Eight of Swords. This is such a beautiful switch up from last week's energy. I really like it, my friends. Massive energy. Let's see what's up with that Eight of Swords, though. Because we're good in the beginning, but I want to see what's up there. That Eight of Swords here. Thank you. Okay. All right. You might be fearing the worst about something. I don't feel like it's completely unfounded, but I don't think like it's coming in for a lot of Libras here. We have the Ten of Swords in the upright underneath this Eight of Swords. There could be somebody who is like thinking worst case scenario, or somebody who is stressing on the worst case scenario for some reason. Whereas I feel like with all the goodness that's going on up here, yeah, there might be something that's of concern for whatever reason, but I don't think you need to go to this extreme just yet. I'm not saying it's you. Maybe it's a person that you're connected to that's just in some sort of place where they're just worst case scenario, worst case scenario, worst case scenario. And even though the Ten of Swords is still there like it was last week, I'm still getting a very positive energy here, my friends. Yeah, this energy on the back end could be very much nervous or stressed out for whatever reason. Okay, and in that worst case scenario mode. But maybe you can act as a comforting agent for this energy, or maybe you could take the edge off this energy. Or if this is your energy, if you're the one stressing, if you're the one in worst case scenario mode, there might be a person that can help snap you out of it. That's a possibility here. I don't feel like this Ten of Swords is bad. To me, it just feels like, and once again, I don't feel like it's somebody stressing about nothing. I feel like this is a valid concern, but I don't think it's like super major in comparison to everything else we got going on. So let's go through. I'll give you a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadow card. Interesting reading this week. In position number one, we have the Queen of Swords with the Page of Cups in the upright. To me, this does possibly feel like some sort of serious communication or serious talk that needs to be had. Maybe there's something you're wanting to communicate or say. I like it though, because I feel like it's somebody just letting it out. No BS, no fluff. A lot of you might have an edge to your communication in this time. Moving forward, we have the Chariot with the Empress. That beautiful Venus energy that's connected to Libra, I feel like is beautiful and it's luscious. There is something really big coming in for a lot of Libras. It's blessings and it's victories. It's all that good stuff and it's coming in hot. Maybe your communication really has a role to play in that. But moving to the back end, we have the Eight of Swords with the Ten of Swords in the upright. Somebody who is stressing. Not unfounded completely, but this is somebody who is stressing or nervous about something. So whether it's you or somebody else, I would lean into the positive energy here, Libra. So please take a screenshot of that. I'm going to get you one shadow card here. It does still have little inklings from last week. There is still a little overflow, but the positivity here is much better. Let's get you one shadow card. Let's see what's in the shadows for Libra, please, gods. I always like to pull one shadow card. I think it's a nice thing to do, whether it's a shadow within yourself or something you don't quite see. What do we got? We got the King of Swords. So we had the Queen of Swords. Now we got the King of Swords in a read. The King of Swords is very much plan-based. And sure, maybe this could be another air sign that's showing up in your shadows. Maybe it's even a father figure. But I think of determination. I think of someone who is like very by the book and strategic. I feel like when this shows up in the shadow, Spirit might be telling you like, hey, listen, there's always going to be things that you can't plan for and you didn't plan for that are going to pop up. And that's okay. Okay, the King of Swords can also be harsh sometimes as well. So whereas you might still have a little bit of an edge to you in this time, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Have an edge, but don't be merciless is kind of what Spirit is saying here. Like, don't overdo it is a big vibe. So yeah, Libra, interesting reading this week. That's what I got for you. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the July subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the June subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced in my community tab after this week's fire and air signs readings. But for July, I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. Once again, one of my favorite decks and one of the first ones I ever gave away on this channel. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the tarot suits, which one has your favorite art style? Is it the swords, wands, pentacles, cups, even the major arcana? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of July, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.